wa ho be free sankore ana nkran ana brochire ana biom be free sehwiaba no no aka teze Kumasi do mo ba Knox Hotel dine kama mo restaurant wa ya ma aduane bia bi local continental whatever omo bar several and omo conference hall free Wi-Fi spacious car park and a more spacious place for wedding reception in Knox Hotel. Asqua Olam Street, few kilometers from Baba. I was on 93 minutes. Now Baba Sports Stadium. Friend number is here, manager new hotel, new Abia 0322 024438 0322 024438 for your reservation. Say the bay as on 0322 024 162 0322024162 and 0559 664891 0559 664891 solo boss that is a
adomo be fine. Okay, anope ye ko Abe Herbal Clinic na ye ni Dr. Abe akodi kasubum na ye yade na ewo ye so ni nyina no waboa atu de afri ho de aman sickle cell problem no me ba cho ye ho ade pa fe ubowa Dr. Abe na etu ase de afri ho de aman asthma otu ase afro person be ma no kese abomoden a nefa wani che Dr. Abe na so ye se wo ye be ma henia ewo so Dr. Abe ebeboa na wanane de afri so de aman tano so Apatapa new site ye be Apatapa Junction eho na Abe Herbal Clinic ube hu yen.
Thank you very much. Okay, Bavo.
Right.
Good
morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Me jiri se nyame adom bibia eboko.
Kakra.
Nyame ti ase. Malaria nana etata e basela we go through. Tama. Disciplinary committee decision was in error. Now, by accepting said there was a seized person, and Tama, I will table an evidence of why Bafo says the disciplinary committee decision was in an error. Evidence 1. Exhibit 1. Thank you. Perjury hanging on the neck of Kurt E.S. Okreku. Tama. Evidence 2. And also, I will table it before you. And there, me no be evidence exercise of why Balfour says perjury is hanging on the neck of Kurt E.S. Okreku.
Me support to us evidence based.
Evidence based. Thank you. Evidence based. Nti me ma wo no ma mienu a e be kire wo say Kurt E.S. Okreku has committed perjury as far as Balfour is concerned. Nti eno de honomo Tama ena me nsape third one no because ni me no me nsa nyina no mesro na wo makom me say samemo ye omodwuma pa but ene no me nsa nyina no mesro na wo makom third one ni Alhaji Gruza drags Kurt Okreku before special prosecutor today, according to my men on the grounds. Me good job to do. Now, me ba say evidence no nyina so wo ho no mo a me wo de me soft copy ubisa nam de amount, hard copy ubisa nam de amount. The say to TV no so ni nyina so me de be koso. Nti we de me pese amount for Champions League no be come asem wi a na wa ma me kwan kakra na wada Roma me so ma ba ye me de nti me disi ha no for now.
Okay, nti asida no ekoma Osons chemist.
That's right, Osons.
The Osons grab Mr. Abba. Nkoda edu e man nkoda eja esu no mo to mo. Eda na ho mama me papa etimi di ni djuma. Akoda e bia na esu nyina am from abi na abegina ne yam. E bia na odidi ye no e na onya digestion ni ye. Nti ase girigina na bo. Akoda bia na ne bo ana ne se na eba. Nti osusu e na afi so bia na ne yam ba bi na ne ya sebi unhuye. Na onya Osons grab me say bi ma akoda ya. Eno anu sunu nyina abegya na obeto no ama oswa di udwumanti anu wabusa se ope Osons na grab me shane bi maybe abeko bia for Osons di kai ope Osons chemist grab me san Osons grab me san After what the KV vitamin C and zinc about orange flavor. And on the old betunes you and Ania wabon kama immune supporter. A boa nipa dua nipa kwa no nya wodin ye. Esa boa ema afin so. Where did you know say a nutritional supplement? Ti nuanudru ni ade wo mu nya agro kra. Mefat de eno malaria game changer. Malaria ni boa eden ene kona bayare aba no. This has where titi na say initi. Say sa malaria ni bi hawa. Per mefat tab and oral suspension. Malaria game changer. Very effective so treating malaria. Also no be a to draw. Name Accra our number is 0302 245334 0302 245334 and 03220 22496 03220 22496 and one Arabic series yaba and kwada net do na makwan em the last batch e corner nechna won betena fi won be ko manim enti pe books mo nkenkan won ma ba fi akwada which menya nursery 1 nursery 2 Arabic series your numeracy for nursery 1 and 2 and your numeracy nursery 1 kg1 kg2 your language and the literacy no nursery 1 nursery 2 language and literacy kg1 kg2 creative arts for kg1 creative arts for kg2 our world and our people and kg1 there or kg2 or basic writing skills for nursery 2 and your writing skills for kg1 kg2 ni na Arabic series per book shibi na ye general printing books pamphlet ni na be ya exercise books calendars invitation cards complimentary cards ni na Ojeman publications womo and attach the rabbi and the problem nyina ba asa for opposite CMB flats ono mo say men's good former men's good building echi Main Street ekwa mokom traffic light e na rabbi for onyes aso afre 0209 712994 0209 712994 0530 311715 0530 311715 0554 674 264 0554 674 264 na fe ye ko yenim den all right Kofi akwaba
Major Swa
right young boy
yes I'm back on here there
yeah
nah so Sevilla normal kwe ya say Arsenal back in Champions League gives a great feeling yeah sure say
back to where we belong. Well, this is our rightful place.
Yeah, sure, sir. And the good thing is that Arsenal are playing at the Emirates. Some of them first game,
to relaunch, Champions League, or the favorite Emirates. One of the best stadiums.
My bro.
By the courtesy of Professor Wenger.
Yes, the professor, I think say and there's Mujina Emirates ho. Na Champions League anthem no say egua wosin bi. Hu bi achapa ntene no game no kenye game eso bi as against PSV.
But
the feeling into me ba behwe Arsenal kakra. Meto mbo ase de me.
Unfortunately, Arsenal.
Oh, ade obe
me see a blink of the game at the
Allianz Arena. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they ba be kan so kakra.
That game no papa. I was when you coffee.
Let's say Arsenal then over here later.
Oh, is that in Maryland?
And the more.
I say Arsenal games, no. Honestly, it said they are pressure on me so kakra. It said they no matter how.
And I just won't pay him. No, pay him now. When your team is playing.
And you go here Obi dia. Na odi no relaxing.
And when you know the results already.
We are when Nika Crab has score line. Now was watching Bayern Munich, Manchester United. And Manchester be said they a big club.
Yeah.
Goes on himself. Yeah. Big club.
And yes, minimum some better, but they shoot. It was all more try BB. But it's not something a legend will be to me place your hand on something. Say
the media reportage about their club lately.
Yes.
Now normally players be exchanging blows as a day. What kinds of reports?
Yeah, sir.
I say Anthony. Anthony.
Anthony on Waba.
Anthony. And I am Anthony.
There be
McTominay. And captain no Bruno Fernandes. And defender no.
Defender there.
Don't go for if you ask
Martinez.
Lisandro.
I on no catch Bruno Fernandes massa wo kire ho do da fi kwada e wuduebo. Aden.
According to reports.
Say yes okokoshin McTominay. Say the ball no bone nye.
Okay.
And you know Lisandro ka massa Aden. Won na ball no bo kra no pass na de makwa ni mo kra no. Enko and strikers na bo ahye.
And we boys no so.
Oh yeah. Dey chiri kakra na say. Restricted team na aba ni say.
Very interesting team. Champions League in the Betrayal never Emirates here, but young run games.
People should watch out for
for
PS. I see a new character as a Luis Enrique
has bossed
so team.
Yes.
Team. Yeah. So
PSG.
City is the team to watch.
The team to watch. Then PSG no legend in home yes na waka no. Coach na friend say Luis Enrique no. Ana coach is a legend mi jo mudi no. Say ana okay Luis Enrique ye pa. The last time Barcelona get Champions League, he was the head coach. That was 2015.
But I'm kind of more as a footballer.
More as a footballer. Yes. Yeah.
So again, he made Pep.
Yeah. So
he was better than Pep.
Wasn't winning Pep.
He was better than Pep as a footballer.
Yeah. And when say our Pep no money be in terms of omo philosophy, star no mujidi no. And tell us all share Paris Saint-Germain legend. How an PSG for control game no. This is Borussia Dortmund, a team that also believes in possessive football. Omo born FFA. But then how omo continue omo Paris hono legend. And then young food be extraordinary beer. Because the best among them, no crane, any woman jana man across Saudi Arabia.
Fire miss. They both return. Usman Dembele and Randall. Sebastian
build a new team. It's a born again to line up on the Toswa. You see a method that won't mean describe almost a established method. But then because of the philosophy of the coach, a Jumana Wayeno, and one particular thing about boy PSG and it's a legend. And I'm sure game now many are jet mom. Even though Lionel Messi, as we all know, a big crab it me describe and say he's the best game of football has ever seen. Neymar, the pedigree Neymar, the quality Neymar, the talent Neymar, and Kylian Mbappe. So ideally, say you combine these are three players with the man. So these are the forwards of Ultima legend. I wasn't proud. But the modern game, no, say you cannot have three players up front or more liability when the team is defending. See lose ball and also what's saying you track it back. Now legend what's say about boy made for near defense and near defend there. So three players in now or to me no more game ni be. And it's a PSG for a ball na so more Neymar, Mbappe, Lionel Messi. No more like a balance, especially when they lose the ball and they are supposed to defend in numbers. But legend now show for a 3 forwards no. Mbappe, Kolomwani, and our brother friend Ousmane Dembele. You only see Mbappe say on the journey more when the team loses the ball. Because on the ideally per ne quality ne kitano no you bet me amana save energy kakra because he's the best among them in terms of finding the net, the pace, the transition, and in the sense of intelligence in executing ball or there to net him. And among the three players ne won him hono. So mu lose ball na boy say quickly Ousmane Dembele aba. Quickly Ubo so Kolomwani aba na ejai Kylian Mbappe ato anymore. And it's idea na legend last season o share Paris Saint-Germain ball money Bayern Munich boy ya. Satam near Haley Bayern Munich in the round of 16 no. But Manchester City for you in the quarter final you will be the Bayern Munich to e. And the catcher said na Bayern Munich no money exceptional team in the round of 16 last season. But then because of the three players up front row omo defensive work in na the more defense na omo for them which was very difficult for them. And yesterday what the Dembele to the right side of the attack, what the Mbappe to the left side of the attack, what the Kolomwani air front attack no. Omulusu ball na Rema track aba. Omo movement no more transition here very quick because of Mbappe and your brand friends Ousmane Dembele. These are players are legend omo pacey. And these are players are in terms of 1v1 situation omo very quick. It's a moment attack very sharp, and in terms of midfield play, no legend they control the game against Borussia Dortmund.
Okay.
And so I show me team ni pa legend I show omo back line no. Tina me no ya address I show me ye. Legend show omo back line no in the first place. And I know Najibo ka say Donnarumma nimbo ne pass it. But me no as at now legend me nya one of those people I me the ball ne passing from the back ne as I goalkeepers baby. You
do that based on the
style of play now team ne bono me no ya adwen so ho because Osha goalkeeper no dem na legend and the current goalkeeper say na wo game ni mu no obetina describe and say he's one of the best John Leju Donnarumma. And no one that said the last European Championship na boy ni ye the overall best player of the tournament no na yes our goalkeeper we the overall best. And the performance was the man Milan before the movement to Paris Saint-Germain and catch. This is the goalkeeper they have. Shomo right back, Hakimi Ashraf. Legend, Shomo center back, no. Marquinhos and Milan Skriniar. These are established, these are proven center backs. And no more proven forwards. It's PG team no nya sa balance na nei almost no. And I think say it will only get better with time because this is one coach who also believes in a certain style of football, in a certain philosophy of football, and to be taking time and sanaside system ni nyina timi agele. But indeed, yesterday we saw a very good football. Come for so much. Marco Reus mujina Falcon, Emre Can mujina Falcon. Mo timi o pretty in midfield against a team friends Paris Saint-Germain. No, a catch raw a normal PSG for a debate this particular season. So legend, it was a good game for PSG. So bet me enya sa 2-0 victory no munya no. Legend, yanko San Siro. Na it was very interesting. See, Champions League, you know, and no more be na Champions League na deba. Na mamini kanche sadio mu se enra scoreline na ekoso ewo Milan or San Siro no. Milan played better than Newcastle United yesterday. Milan were better than Newcastle United. In terms of total exchanges, in terms of chances, I need a bit me there to net. I'm a team be a winning game no. So offers are no money pay again ma. Legend, you say AC Milan were better than team friends in Newcastle United. But then results in the PM in the legend a results on 1 point in the PM no 1-1 no. Result on a better for team your friends in Newcastle United than AC Milan. Legend always be there no. So what's your group in ye? So group we na PSG ne Dortmund for no. The same group. A2 never qualify free. And every single team in this particular group will try as much as possible to be strategic. And when Newcastle United system no more plan, more game plan ni bibi o made buy nyina na say if nothing at all, we shouldn't lose this game. Say timina 1 point near Befia. Near try say betimia with ya winning 2 or 3 games. Ewo St. James a certain chance of qualifying to the next stage of the competition. And even when Milan are better than us at San Siro, this is San Siro. This is one of the famous stadiums when it comes to European Champions League football. So less money to get at least a point. And our game no dey ko yini. Coach your friend Stefano Pioli, legend. Macachro. So minim ohwe game ni bi na ahwe PSG den. Okay, say no crowd den. Ohwe. That was 4:45. Legend, sir, unhwadwuma coach ni ye. Me Stefano Pioli, legend, let's put everything aside. Me one person I'm respecting coach in pa. Adwuma ben na oye ni oye against Newcastle United. Was stopping the free-flowing football of Newcastle United. It was very simple. Over Newcastle United team na. And when Mekanifia said the best among their method, your friend Bruno Guimaraes. Legend, this is a player who is a good game controller. This is a player whose sense of positioning, how a job done and the sense of the passing intelligence, legend, Bruno Guimaraes. And to know how she gave a coach in the year of our love to stick. I don't know coach Bruno Guimaraes. And no baby who Bruno Guimaraes bia no how brand friends love to cheek. Was stopping Bruno from some passing moves now at the member Newcastle United. And no bet me accelerating or more play no bet me create chances no. And no as the for the entire attacking moves of Newcastle United. A coach no a Juma or useful love to cheek edene ye on Bruno Guimaraes. Into we say adwuma no. Now about 50% of the attacking moves because some midfield than the mom game ni nyina e flow. E adwuma coach ni ye. Then Oyerepa no open up the game. Straight the game, expanded the game with Abrante Francis Samuel Chukwueze. Then Rafael Yao on the left side of the attack. Legend game na so shebia. Senye the decision making of Rafael Yao. Today we should be talking about Milan or pick 3 points. So guys are born or pick ya or bypass all the defenders of Newcastle United. Instead so be shoot to born we decided say or be back here. Meaning what he was thinking. Then ye game no. Abrante Francis Alessandro Florenzi epija Bobby Di Mano. Se born ewura na etini ma na se efapo ni mu a. Un se opembo ne fa ba no so. Se fapo ni mu pe legend. The power behind the cross na eba no. Se born fa na etini pe born you go. Eti I think say the coach had his status right yesterday, Stefano Pioli. It's just that the players no they were wasteful up front. Over total exchanges in no matter when Bibia catcher say yesterday Milan were better but the result was good for team first in Newcastle United. Now can be your Manchester United game in bet okay. Nina and say no me follow reports be United say right after Brighton game no mulusu ye no. They say Ten Hag some ball players in our dressing room ho. And no nyina din komo no catch room nyina say situation at Manchester United them no or not as the head coach he takes responsibility and will be leading no matimi remedy this situation as say omo no you said discussion no mo ye no na say after that discussion it talks no on the bar players no na players ni nyina motivation na ba no mo nyina ni agya say the feeling after that talk na after the defeat to Brighton
no money age
and say the coach inspired them say he takes responsibility. Men are the head coach of Manchester United. They are the first person to blame and also be taking responsibility. The next thing is that I will lead the change in a place and we can do it. It was a sort of as a motivation. Let me inspire the players. And Uti report now the players were so much inspired. They say from the talks now coach and the head coach in their mom, they can start to pick more points and more more pick. Then we see the Manchester United we want to see. But legend after that discussion na answer toss no in place ni enyaye no me gidi passes ye pe game bi anke betimi aba after that toss na enkenye game we me pa cha say after that discussions no in place ni nyaye no na nke bi anke ewie na nke bi Nottingham Forest bi so hu anase Fulham bi so hu me wa manage but after that discussion no the next game Manchester United airbo against Bayern Munich Allianz Arena. The group stage of the Champions League in the history of the competition today. Bayern Munich the club that has gone 34 matches in the group stage unbeaten. 34 matches in the group stage of the Champions League unbeaten. Record the kita Bayern Munich no. And Manchester United Eddie Munich. Legend. And now ye can say. So what to boss Sasha Bayern Munich team na. Bibia catcher say ade na coach the person oye no. Gradually Efena Thomas to here enya ni team no. The arrival of Hurricane, aside the fact say why killer instinct in front of goal no, it raises the mentality of Bayern Munich team no. And next Bayern Munich boba. Legend with Hurricane also on my presence obey the team legend you need personality in the team. So you need personality in the dressing room. You need personality up front. This is a player that gives them a lot of personality in the game. Game with there, me, I'm really struggling, but I think Manchester United will be lucky to pick a drawn game. They'll be very lucky. Say be if now United team at 1 point or they be fear. I'll not be surprised. Say Munich, where Leroy Sané form no woman said Nabri then of course. Hurricane Musiala behind these three players. Now, offer Manchester United Mayfield, no Casemiro, Bono, Bruno, and Christian Eriksen. How Engleta so far now? Legend, let me go in for Bayern Munich 3-1 this particular game. Why?
3-1. Bayern Munich. Jibo.
Mr. Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong.
No, I'm here, Melan.
Nah, who is saying?
Oh no, I was an improved performance over Enter there no. Just that a new stage na me who last season in the Champions League. But yesterday was
the last season the any change.
Oh, last season they were better.
So
in the Champions League especially.
Oh, okay.
The
best wine. Say we were in Italy. Who's a transfer window? The Milan spend this catching any club in the Italian. Yes, the highest spenders in the league.
Do you lose Musa no Barca?
You lose Musa from Valencia, 20 million euros. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ono bobo ma UK sao, England sao. Now you are not America. It's a very you lose Musa.
What feeling on?
Oh, not bad. I think
he's a very good player. Say Makase. Born now, born. You need. Oh, so be our follow no. It's not even at the World Cup. Valencia. So
no, one is a squad player. Or very important in a team.
He's not a squad player. It depends on.
If I'm a squad player, also players be over.
Yeah. Team players.
Players are they fight for their that's what I mean.
I then was scouting the there are a lot of talent across the globe. You do it I said 2-3 seasons ago no Bobo Ecuador. Obi na dey 4 million kotono.
Yeah.
By a ball last season we no. In the space of 2 seasons with Brighton. Yes, Caicedo is one of the best defensive midfielders in the game. And time now, he was playing for Brighton. No, be so the £100 million I could talk player bisa on the same position. But na Caicedo China not all. It's when you have a good scouting network, I'm so too buying players with you some yes they also a criteria attention.
Coaches have big role to play. Obi Govia why follow Pascal Gross, from where he came from Germany, and they are already there. The kind of goals he's scoring, I think Obi and
a total play.
Baby, I know my problem with it, and my problem is say. So watch the last 2 seasons. Milan rely a lot on individual players, not on team play. In some crucial games, se Liao enyine ho, se Tio Hernandez enyine ho. You don't see Milan playing as a team to get results. Makasa me ball hene se dem simi hu ball no. Me ka say tete asafona na ye coach asafo. Ye timi ko bobo bi ko na ahye na me bom sama players. Se boy dem ay ade pa. Because what I see is say ebia na nkoyi ba ochina be koyi. Based on the science our team ni show in there. And to me, I don't only look at results and there. So to the mention as you. But we born and then who soon sounds watching. And no, they are very important. That is how me show me football. Was an opportunity and there he was Newcastle will play similar. How can Newcastle have players that is similar? How? And Milan Methodist now. Newcastle Methodist now. Milan Methodist cannot match Newcastle. Hey, how? So what kind there? I remember saying I was surprised.
I don't agree.
You asked Mami. You asked me this question. Say, Newcastle, a team no or more better players. Newcastle better players than Milan, and I'm saying I wouldn't say that. Okay. And our crackers and I don't pay. This is what the discussion we had yesterday. But the mechanic say the method of Newcastle individually they are better than Milan players.
Oh, yes, they are better.
No. It's a method one department.
Or come method.
I'm saying method in idea. Now some method individually they are better.
How are better than Newcastle? Milan method.
This is why the credit to the coach in Bebemuno. Now all legend Sandro Tonali, Bruno Gomares, any Joe Letton when he's available. Milan method of prunage. Riders. Any love to check. Between match this three method.
I don't know what I say. No, but Tonali is a Milan player.
Yes.
Some years back, and even last year he was playing for me. Mizoto, me my tonally, in the Champions League like night against Loftus-Cheek. Reason why Milan went in for Loftus-Cheek. Yes, I give my Milan a Chelsea boy. No. He destroyed our method. He destroyed the Milan method. What I'm trying to say is say
Loftus-Cheek is better than Tonali.
Ricky. Tonali, how utia? But I was time I know it. Players no come massive no. This were the same players. This were the same players last year. Milan was Milan players. Quickly Tonali left Milan. It's like Milan at home, the best midfielder in the world. How?
The fact that Milan players and then say player behind the same Milan players.
How?
Loftus-Cheek there.
Cheek, Mizoto Cheek, the career has been disturbed by injuries.
Loftus-Cheek in another.
Offer Loftus-Cheek, offer Mason Mount.
Bernardo boy.
When no, Loftus-Cheek has always been a good player.
Credit to the coach.
His seasons are Loftus-Cheek are consistent without injuries. Opa had the Mauricio Sarri season. Go and watch the Sarri season. He was virtually like a top 3 performer among Chelsea team now. Almost Arsenal Europa Cup no.
Top 3 performer.
That season, go and maybe I know one here more. Because that season, when practicing the previous seasons, go and watch him under Mauricio Sarri. Eti say players so sometimes how we judge players. Obi Prano be Okobane Sanyo Manyamana. We should factor all those things. To the game near Bonenrano. Me when I watch Newcastle no one I've been a Milan fan for a long period, as I keep on saying. One of the best market to a Milan in their history, the end of this summer. Based on the materials and what they can offer on the pitch. Yes, and as Milan say chances. And they were the better side. At least the gap between Milan and Newcastle and it's not close. From game na Rano.
I saw a Newcastle team on visa. They are playing at San Siro against an experienced side. So let's try and get 1 point and go.
1 point, Say me the main fact me into say me the analysis of the game. And Newcastle in 1.2. Milan won Newcastle 1 point. It wasn't like a game and Newcastle saw per 1 point. And only 1 point.
Barcelona almost won the way they wanted to play.
And I'm see how they were even playing it. How they were even playing it.
He could have expressed himself better than he did.
How they were even playing it.
That's almost true.
From individual mistakes, from tactical errors. Say ni nyina ba to play enra e game an ke tia no play an ke kasa ke Milan 5 Newcastle 0. Say me boy if you watch the game ke Milan 5 Newcastle 0. Because how even whilst there are other areas Milan needs to add up ne sanyo manyaman. It wasn't a game between the two teams. The exchange is not equal.
Okay.
But this has been my problem with Stefano Pioli as a coach. And so too, I want to make a crab. And every game, kama. Rafael Leao, a player, he choose moments. Don't say Leao acquires our players now. Player be kwana memfa into to no. Once you players be ho a, do to so ne memfa say wingers no can wingers no. So we share number 2 number 3. You started born near man boy no wa be test wa hwe. Say kwanda wa. So who say players ni bi da. It say okoba akona defender ne the man pa no yibo ni free one stadium your body su ye a. Na de nyame da. So once say players ni bi wo. Obshada ba be test we say e kwanda wa mamenko. Leao is yes kind of players ni bi. See start game about 1 2 3 na amfa no lose interest in the game. Onya chance 1 2 3 na wantimi amanhye no lose interest in the game. It wasn't like last season. Last season it was difficult to find a player as a Leao ni who he can replace Rafael Leao. Reason why I'm saying say Milan enya one of their best marketers in recent years, say Milan bought Pulisic. Pulisic can play as a number 10. So Milan decided to play in a 4-2-3-1 system. Pulisic ebetimi abo from the left side of Milan attack because he's very effective there. It's Pulisic days at even Borussia Dortmund. The Maye who ni pa na operating from that position. Okay. Milan started game. So Rafael Leao on the left, Chukwueze on the right. Chukwueze wa ese pijo. So what happened from Villarreal? Game ne course na.
But Chukwueze also the mature kakra. Dribble ne ya ne dedo.
no unsa wo share first half na he wasn't even matching.
No, he was dribbling.
That was second half no. Yes, because na Newcastle are City deep.
Yeah,
it's you need players to take on Newcastle players need to reduce numbers. Okay, it's the last 50 minutes of the first half and the first 50 minutes of the second half. The most effective Milan player on the pitch was Chukwueze because after na no oba game ni mu. Okay, Rafael Leao they need share down Kwe, especially after mixing that chance. I was share Yanka minim say be competing for Puskas award. Then Stefano Pioli will be a change. O share Ejuma or the man loves to sticker to stop Bruno Guimaraes. At the same time, Saushe game near there was no link up between the Milan midfield and the attack because so Obo Pobiga, Obo Krunic love to stick or what drive. Now what sign is say unstoppable Bruno Guimaraes. You limit the attacking threat of the Milan midfield. It was your first half near. Anytime a Milan be kwa attack bi and this a Tio Hernandez afabo frechiri. No the two Mrikabe femfia san no create opportunity. There was no link up between the midfield and the attack. Because of love to seek here Juma Bebre Bizoto, you be first half you could see tiredness in his game. Then in the second half, Yunus Musa Bizoto Osha Milan against Inter. And no game na share no. Watching with the United States, watching with Valencia. Players no more fabwa Bizoto. Na se okwa. He doesn't afraid opponent na Ushi no. He's very direct. So why do you wait for Loftus-Cheek to get injured before Ansana the Yunus Musa bem?
You know attacking Guimaraes man.
Na Yunus Musa ne bem nye Guimaraes mo na chasing no.
We placing.
And I'm saying Yunus Musa bem no. It was Guimaraes rather who was chasing him. Because of speed. And also yes, I'm for this no mutimi bomb multiple positions within one game. Eti then again, who the police sekeba? Mizutu. Change Rafael Leao. Maintain Chukwueze a game the moment to move on. Yes.
No, but Enra Oyi Rafael Leao so fans go no mumpe. Oyi Chukwueze.
How?
Because no the boy Ngosiri me what I saw the boy no akose no. But he was taking on especially moment no you know.
Yes.
Or the boy nipa be 6 people.
Yes.
I say oba no se masambra.
No why in a film. So tell me chance so. Pulisic, Pulisic. Leao enya consistent period. But when it comes to our position, when Pulisic is on the
field, not going Leao.
Yes.
But coaches will not pull out Leao.
No, when you don't have a player closer to what Rafael Leao be of foul. And I'm about Pulisic.
In a moment, to beat my baby.
Pulisic can also do it. How do you play a 37-year-old within the space of 3 days, 180 minutes on the pitch?
187.
Olivier Giroud. What was Giroud doing on the pitch? Ediana noye. Diana noye. O die bia obo na hwe no. Ricky bia de obo na hwe no. You watch football by names. You watch football by names. This season Milan went for Jovic. Milan ewo Noah Okafor.
Yeah.
Say what the match na say. Milan have Noah Okafor.
Last one dey be mintan one dey be.
Say what the match na say. Eti sometimes Mizoto you need to give other players support. On chama bibi nsi. Just a Giroud epra, just a Loftus-Cheek epra before you give other players opportunity. So what the mention I say? These are some of the things because one national one here you might quickly make a so and a coach in here but the decision of coaches chances they say bet me about team bebo atwakone. So what the mention I say? But the more you create your and now advantage of winning games I think same to
I
think Xavi is building the Real Barcelona. And watching them, it was so exciting. And in Nina Mudianame, then say, I didn't team shimmy was as you say, play a BSC tsunamis to two, sir. Now, if you have any opportunity to hold the play, who say the potential, born or born, play the Kenyaminian Adum. Na said you see Boboy on fast saying it me anytime I watch João Felix. Me share João Felix first game na the Caesar tournament. João Felix. So this one. Me share João Felix. The Caesar me the Caesar Cup been hosted by Benfica. That was the very day I watched João Felix as a player. And in 2 months, near promoting him to the Benfica first team. 1.5 season, Mizoto, near 126 million euros. Sika Atletico Madrid, they told no. Atletico Madrid is a business club. It's when they were buying João Felix, someone him say, they were buying the next Portuguese star. And in some few years, they can sell him for around 150-200 million. So me share João Felix, I was na me bomb person, they carry on to me and Ricardo Quaresma. Anybody who watch Quaresma, or Basso, now shake Cristiano Ronaldo. Almost no Mizoto. Near catch us and one a baby word better. Onka Cristiano Ronaldo beka Quaresma. Sana João Felix diate. But you need a team. One, the coach will trust you. Team ni play no ebesi you too. João Felix is in a team Mizoto. The ball na obono. And who team no aba na Barcelona. And now we game now. You enjoy how he was playing within the Barcelona setup and how Barcelona as a club able. I think finally as a Javi with the ingredients to compete again. And Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong say, yeah, I think they will do well in the Champions League. PSG money other games now can they fanto. And the games like Akabi to the Barcelona, mono papa na yemi. Bibi catch them say one who Manchester United was surprised by Munich. Allianz Arena.
Bibi na eka.
Yeah, that is.
There's an analysis.
Oh, say something. You have feelings.
The spirit, Bibi na eka.
So we feeling.
When
you are analyzing situation, when you analyze situation, sometimes you add your feelings, how you feel, because a part of you, and there's something you cannot take it away.
No, but I'm establish Bibi na eka.
Yes, reason is say, Mizoto, you go share Brighton and Manchester United, and Brighton share Manchester 3-1. Meboa. And you see any Anje Manchester born or Mobono. Seriously, this season I'm not convinced at how Bayern Munich is playing. So I share and even Friday I'm giving nominally Leverkusen boy. I feel I may at Madrid for now. Said the next coach is Xabi Alonso. We show how he has built the Bayer Leverkusen team. Who say coach Juma with the team. Reason they say when I look at Bayern Munich, they give a lot of spaces to their opponents just to punish them. Until another gamer, say, okay, and then I don't say for three. Me pay, and it's not me pay BB other than analysis. Number analysis. Oh, send me analyze it.
Me analyze. But BB no D kind of.
Me analyze it. Me analyze the situation.
Okay.
One,
okay.
Manchester United will need a lot of numbers in midfield.
Okay.
Until not much changes from how they play against Brighton, especially in their midfield. The setup should be the same. So the merchant say to close their midfield. Say the Bayer Emma Bayern and use the wide areas to punish them. Senka Mizoto, yeah, should game it carefully. Don't let us use Bayern Munich standard last season before to take you over, because Nagelsmann at the team need to level B, and at a point now Europe could be a case. How will clubs play against Bayern Munich and Nagelsmann by two Bayern above them? Whether with Hurricane or without Hurricane, the team the standard name drew. Maybe a Nagelsmann did drew, you know. Okay. Even though they have the materials. Analyzing the issue, any baby I ever born there, Obitia say Bayern Munich to Manchester United. But seriously, me if Manchester United beat Bayern Munich today, I will not be surprised. Arsenal Bebo against PSV Eindhoven. Some Beshe.
See Bobiache. Champions League.
Oh say
the Bobiache.
Oh sir, you
go to
Manya good draw.
You go to Mobida.
Manya good draw.
Okay.
Manya good draw at least with PSV, Sevilla, RC Lens. I think Arsenal should find a way to qualify from the group. And so Arsenal about Champions League money PSV. The first game will home Emirates. Arsenal should manage this game and get 3 points. It's Mama Arsenal 3, PSV 1. Sevilla and RC Lens. May enjoy Sevilla and RC Lens. Omo lose some shape kakra. After the exit of Seko Fofana into the Saudi League, in Sevilla and RC Lens game now, I won't be surprised if it 2-2. Union Berlin say they want to use last season surprises number course Europa League into the Champions League. who's fixture how your coach no so if you know his history or you're one of the best tacticians at Germany for especially when it comes to the Bundesliga but meeting a Real Madrid side side now there are certain games that season be to build momentum time as side she go no time mo better can a winning game no you could clearly see that the mentality is there you might not like their setup as a team when it comes to Carlo Ancelotti I'm coming to see and then playing against a team on mobile 3 back now how Real Madrid beat me manage but still remember Madrid a slim victory 2-1 against Air Club FN say Union Berlin SC Prague and Napoli is a Jagu Luis Garcia so because Napoli are not performing they are not getting results said their man for is expecting but I still feel said they will get a slim victory be a wonder that game Inter Milan Real Sociedad Mr. 2 my men call 1-1 or 2-2 or that game. Benfica and Salzburg. My men call Benfica 2. Salzburg 0. Again, Galatasaray also win against FC Copenhagen because their last part of attack near very strong. Icardi, Wumfry Zaha, Titi. They are made for you have one player. The hype around him was so, but Obas and went to me about Lucas Torreira. It's my mema Galatasaray is also 3. FC Copenhagen 1. Okay.
Okay. All right. Techiman Fonso say, to be winning catch say Bayern will win. Enti I'm for edu say I no more for omko fikesium for no. Hey, Champions no twa no atubo. Yes sir.
We could have say
Manchester team the Bible show.
Loftus-Cheek. That Sarri season, he was Chelsea top scorer in the Europa League.
Oh, okay. Babowa.
Data.
You run for evidence in adin na bra. I say and over evidence beast. But mame eni dwuma ya ansa no akọ. Odopa. A TV reality show. Eba so Oyerepa. Busai
na me bisa say ti say me say metimi akofa me yere fin kran ba
betu no ira fa form na maba be di dwuma ne bi
ya be di bi
ya be say so odopa o that ya be say hu se mpa
ba on tikumase ha
o say eye relative the weekends ni eye
nto betima ba no
weekend
okay
na se mu aba
afide mu da
weekend no ba but also more around because be aye wo week one be answer questions oh
you be baby appear before a panel.
No. At the live show.
Live show. No.
I'm mobile answer questions. It be a beauty. It be a dancing week. To mobile baby sat near some mummy no money mo ye. Na massa.
To match the ania ukunu pe
na ani na ho. Bizo a quiz.
Na tim busa kala so.
Bizo a fashion. E bi wa niam bebrebe nti. Eye oba ne be ma ne fabom. Be ma ne oba ntimi. Oba ne oba ntimi. And Odopa reality show. Pick up form 100 cities, and then it goes on. Number here 0242 087473. Now ubenya all the details 0242 08747. It's for couples. Sanity Happy Fountain. Assembly okay. No one say Zap Orange. And Zap Cola, and Zap Lemon, and we got energy drink. Zap energy Rua water. Nini na Happy Fountain for, and I can near me a boom. I would just want ne papa orange near fine, cola near fine, lemon near. Energy drink there come and so there containing require pH for health. Number is 0561324444 0561354444. Now yenko okay babo I've ready for you. But pink roses omo and siasia area hono.
Yeah.
Siasia area wa Chemadi.
Oh no beji
e.
Oh, still
on. Want check you? Okay.
Some trying get on birthday no.
Na no beji be so birthday dance.
Organize 3-day intensive training.
October yeah.
Main course no. I do not dey calling you.
Oh,
get to a birthday no dey call.
Na say obi
You know what bre ya so
go
to a birthday.
me catch was mom say me koja dem ra.
Koji bre, o say me my mamra. For the sports crew.
Oh, okay.
O say da be ba obi, I just call him the night before. Okay. Ti ade channel pa o ba. No, or the I know why.
Saturday we say.
And in fact, get to an birthday. And the one I go to schedule my birthday. So, oh, pizza. Or Saturday, see a pizza. 3 days intensive training. What happens to pizza here? And a cake. And all bonus course. Spring roll, ne samosa. Abaz gusa samosa. Aha. Forms 100 cities. Training, you know. 200. Kusunya here. Now I could be over there. Na your pizza, your cake, your samosa. Oba so man free lunch, any accommodation. Oba abinya certificate. Wednesday 20th September. And Baswo. Fresh 0533 719 0533 719 Kumasi Achema, the opposite Bain as a park. And to what happens to pizza here? And na cake here no. Kofa form 100 cities. Shall say no. Nature 200 in the entry here. That's on our 0533 719 Pink Roses Techniques. And I do it. But okay. Afi, Bafo, young boy.
Tama. Medical culture will say decision now. The appeals committee of the Ghana Football Association at the bar on George Free was in error and a breach of their own regulation. Tama. Say, but again, the battle so at the mamia.
Okay, mamia we answer. Kotoko ko baby any no.
Kotoko Saturday no.
Okay, Saturday.
Saturday, I no pack.
Okay, I say I'm listening to you from Hard Sea, Amsterdam. Allow Jibo to bring his wife on the reality show. I'll sponsor them. My regards to the team, but because you do that. Na because I don't kotoko about not Amsterdam.
Obeba.
Obeba now. I go see say Obeso no wife. Or sponsor mu be bia ni mu boat. Be bia na mo ba.
Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay. Na you aware ofia Saturday o. Aware ofia Saturday o. Ye go Obuase no. Yes.
Obuase susu.
Na na mantifo. Ye kwa koja na mantifo Obuase. Memenda.
Aware we de guys come na kabidi ani mu pa.
Na
Say come no mu.
Ah, memenda be ko. Ye be
Na
ko.
amunya bia no pa.
11 a.m. Saturday.
11. Okay.
11 a.m.
Yebetia ko bi puna mom.
Ah, na fe.
Ya ties mu ko.
Ah, na ba se kwa do Obuase ko be bi ni.
Emuwa.
Ebe wa se
na na hin na ba ko fa.
Na go fa yidu nkwa na.
Obe fa.
Oni ma kwa bia na ho.
Ehin fa na ba fa.
Eti bo be.
Enso be.
Tama.
We are not Dani Swasi. Saturday Dani. So now is a Franco be dinner. Kwesi do be dinner. E wo da bi kuma.
Da enti na kwesi da dinner.
Dinner.
Kwesi da
Uncle honeymoon no. Obe for honeymoon no you na aba. For the dinner no.
Na tie dey we are you for honeymoon.
Kwesi boy adwumbo de kwesi. Obi answer. Adwumbo kwesi.
What dey Tama. Or say our view of the video of the vetting shows that the sixth person Mr. George Kosefriye is referring to is the in-house lawyer of the Ghana Football Association. Tama, answer na meto aso no. Me yusu miniminu Abbas ye the street science group. We nyemu amako school no. Tama mpacho check it vetting. Mami, because it is my candid position that vetting is not the same as questioning. Otuo-Acheampong say the lawyer was not part of the vetting team and did not ask Mr. Afriye any question. Tama me say vetting is not the same as questioning. There's a difference between vetting and there's a difference between questioning. Tama, it is my candid opposite position that this was not written by lawyer Jakwasu. I'm challenging that this was not written by lawyer Jakwasu. The language alone, I'm creating doubt over this. Maybe I deal with why I insist that.
Only the whole day.
Okay. Another time I will come and deal with why I insist that it is not written by him. But I mean to also now me exercise no. Tama. Or say Tama ka who came and academic contem. Or say the lawyer only provided administrative assistance to the committee. The law does not ask the committee. The law does not ask the committee for does not ask anybody should provide administrative assistance to the committee. Almost regulation, you know. Almost say there are supposed to be 5 members, of which one of them will be elected as the secretary to the committee. And that no circumstance whatsoever. And no cano. Emma Kwan say obi member administrative assistant to the committee. Adi alone Japasu person oye on any team no the omo person no mo ye which they could not cure. And they say omumra say bibi about say bibi true omo so a they can contact the general secretary of the Ghana Football Association for assistance. Therefore the GFA bet mama be so onko bo omo that kind of assistant no. That assistant is not supposed to go to the committee but to the secretary. Tama difference woni mienum when me see the street sense. Who provided assistance?
Exercise men are we?
Exercise I mean say. Me say almost decision no. It was in error.
So if I understand you, I think the decision is a decision of the appeals committee.
Aye.
So the next step is for Mr. Free and his lawyers to deal with issues here. Okay, but I said they would do some why.
They be mean the some time I'm journalistic way.
I said there.
Me say we decision about Bontewi. Say no mo kwa dia anka.
I said they would do some ni bi.
They be mean the some me catch na almost say. Almost decision was in error. And almost aka so mo breach almost regulations no.
Okay.
Because 6 person no. Our tena mu no. Under no circumstance whatsoever na say ko ho. And say 5. So once there was a 6 person alone, and not the whole constitution wrong. Constitution of the committee wrong. And I'm saying that I'm not breaching. Because Tama, 6 person, no, he ought not to or she ought not to ask questions. And that was a part of the vetting.
Yeah.
So I say
that is basic.
Vetting and questioning are not the same.
Now say in any case, we are free and you 5 no money and question.
That is the point.
Some they don't ask me.
That is the point.
So, that argument say obi
Musa question.
It looks to me like these are a group of people and go kind of deal where there are questions already in the storm team. You ask yourself whether what is going on.
Other than that, it cannot come from a lawyer.
And
I'm challenging the time and it is my right.
They didn't answer so no make us any on the Troy. So
me say me I put it to him. Say I know the Troy. I put it to lawyer. I be saying the person who say he didn't write this.
But he has not come out.
I'm challenging him. Oh my can't me say on the Troy. I am challenging him. But is challenging him. I'm telling him say I don't it's not coming from him. And I think I reserve that right to do that. I'm saying I'm telling him saying on the Troy because he cannot do this. He cannot do this over so many years at the bar.
No.
Need any bar on our bench.
Don't do that.
I'm questioning Tama. I'm questioning his competence. I am doing that now. I'm questioning his competence by writing this. I am questioning his competence. So on the Troy, then who? Tama so on the Troy anyway. And who pow.
You cannot question his competence.
Why? I didn't hear.
I don't know how question.
I didn't hear me question. So about trust how way. Say the panel to swing siano. Oh, how now one day on come back. Tell me say. Oh,
me man papi fans.
Oh yeah. A friend saying a student of a public administration. The document ba wani mu. You vet the document. Nipa no you may not even ask the person a question. But you still vet the document and come up with a conclusion. It's vetting must not necessarily be part of question, and I said must not be a question. Nipa not tell first person no. Tama, me say oh you're part of the vetting. That's why me say this is not coming from the lawyer. I mean fan to Tama. By cross of day today, I like the Grisa will be before the special prosecutor. Name before then no. Information me picking here. Why according to my men on the grounds.
Zame.
Cut.
But
yes. Okay, cool.
Bafo.
Mary.
Zame. This is the be afensu you brother mo. Sewa.
Tama.
Oh, Emro.
Cut yes okay cool. Has committed perjury. And I wonder why football people are sitting there watching him. Because you see, he's committing them to things that he carried 2 different names. Tama, evidence in here. Hey, Same Jima Tama. Evidence.
Evidence based.
Jima Tama. I'm talking more Fabin to TV.
No.
Tama.
Evidence based argument, no, you know.
Tama, anyway. Where here? The status of the Ghana Football Association. This is a legal document binding everybody in football. Or football, Ghana, this document is binding no. Anybody in football in Ghana or people of football, whoever you think you are, this document is binding you.
No,
and the man has been allowed to commit top personalities in Ghana to this document. What was I mean? Look at the document. This is the document of Ghana Football Association. Status. Ghana Football Association status. This document is committing everybody in football into it. Check it down. I'm challenging Kesiyo Sekroku. Say, Edi we know the passport.
Show evidence based. Where's the passport?
Where's the passport?
Nanya back on them away.
I said they on the passport.
Go find the
So far,
passport.
they
on the passport.
Tama nyabutia.
Simon Edwin
the only name you have thrown us.
It was challenging say when we are
no.
And I also will challenge you. And any other person here is challenging it now.
You are prayer.
Challenge. So we are
What's evidence based?
Evidence in here.
So what is the other one?
Time I may say, Ketiyo Sekroku. The day when Ghana card say official document.
Where is it? Where is it?
Tama, I'll provide.
And one evidence based.
And why there?
No. Me bamba siasa. O say siasa yem friend no akomia sechi. Anaso o yusu din mienu. What provided back? Where is the other one? So how can this be evidence based? You have given us.
Tama, are you telling me say you are challenging this?
Oh, I'm not. I'm asking questions. Me say me ba na se me say ba for awu a. O din foforo a o use on official we are. I have to bring the other one. So far the ba ko pe na the aba. So how can we say a din foforo?
And I say the passport, the Ghana card, e di e was no nya no ni we.
Be sha say no anga say o evidence based aka me muso ase. Ba ko na the aba.
I'm provide evidence. Where are your official document of Ghana Football Association?
The passport basis here. Medina was until the captain for fra. You have to bring the other name.
Tama.
For us to know I'm using two.
Don't challenge me. Nyabutre. Me did that. Me providing more.
And you copy me on the band here to see. Adapt for now.
What about Ghana say?
You don't get me. Mumwami. Abbas. Abbas passport. You throw Abbas Inusa. And I'll see a friend Abbas Dimfo from out the Akosa another Ghana card. It would the back bar. This is all the foot front now. Except double identity no so bad. But for the time being, the one.
The Giants only be
they are no good at Tony software. Or the way back, not the way back. Say, what is the other name?
I saw coffee ba. Odi we ha.
Tama, akọ hwani Tama, me I insist. Say,
I'm not arguing. Say, unishiu. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying,
what can I say?
Program is concerned. You have not brought any second name.
Tama. Menya, honest makati say menya.
No sense or just
oh, Tama, menya. Dabi, I born again.
Agwano afre exam na nso.
Dabi born again me anya
adwuma.
What push me because na me pese me ko. Na me ye ne kakaka ba wo na wo push me e.
More papers.
Wo na wo push ka we kama wie ne sisi e na kama dem akona me nua no ma take over. Ba wo na wo push me into born again. Wo de se na be ya. Wo de wo pe no wo nsa beka na asem na ko dadin no born again mu ame.
And when na ada.
Oh born again wo chedodo.
Okay.
Ana oni ho watu kwan na wada. Ana waka ten se mo mfa ma.
Azana born again be ba no.
Mami mo nchiro. And this is also another official document. This is also another very official. Extremely official. In fact, this is too much official. Tama enye Simon Otuo-Acheampong Edwin. Passport of the Ghana card. Passport of the two can come baby Ghana card. This is passport of the president of Ghana Football Association. Some customer will push me no.
Originally.
I fancy Abbas out here. I've given you to me say this is perjury, and I wonder why Ghana Football for better how much the man commit them into this. Or sign official document for the people on their sign, or sign check with Ghana Football Association on their sign, or sign document on their sign.
Back mon answer. Back on no paper no. Back on no ye. Ket E.S. Otuo-Acheampong. Okay, E no S re Simon no. E ne Edwin no. And the Simon Otuo-Acheampong Edwin na wa.
Na Ket ni we.
That is no Ket ni so.
Ket nim.
Ti o baby o use Ket. And your baby o use Simon Otuo-Acheampong Edwin.
Oh you are.
Na we Ghana mraka bibia fa ho na.
Hey.
Me busa so na do asem ba.
Na mra fu bebre me say tama. Mra fu bebre bo from highway so chi say me na msa go fa so ba. Tama me say. Me street sense catch them say football for has allowed themselves for perjury to be committed on them. Omo tell me that this man is committing them into document.
Perjury means we can throw.
Na we nyan draw.
So say afraid to say wa, ani afraid to say wa no.
Nyan draw. And the man here say what they sign official document or sign letter e dey akoba bi including documenta eno na ye dey run Ghana football ye just nay e dey disqualify nkofo okrom ha ni nyina
na say ayi Ghana card passport no Ket nim
passport no Ket nim
ana wasesa ni din no from Ket E.S. Otuo-Acheampong
wa go show affidavit na passport no be dey no dey tukwan so asesa ndi a
so we was signed 2019 and they or there you way
passport na time passport say date wo
okay ba for you have any nkona and then why evidence base this is called evidence base but the now the first day
na push me
we dey na be hia lawyer ni o
ana wa
ana ko aba no achechim so se bibi say sia
wa bo ano say gobi bra we ana
so push me am back home
o beja sia
because I didn't know time I didn't know me for back on kan ho ana me ntwen
ba jo ye ngoko fi
say do so ana wa kana me dia ma ho
go fi enko enya time ne ko enya ne kakra
bi me sorry anope legend menya report me minim say wanya sa report ni bia about Dr. James Kwesi Apia minim say
me hu we ba me na kasa I'm sure say one or two people here might have also spoken to him na say we try to teach and say
yes
these discussions have been there and Sankra no
sense
but at the moment or can say to quote him also ultimately take a step without Otuomfo's direction.
Exactly.
So it ends the matter.
Yes. So, legend, maybe I think say this is one person.
Onye adwuma no ufie no.
But
I know did this uncle.
That am ufie no.
And then go for them say three no ma ba.
Yeah.
O ma ba be
but I understand this kind of mudu pa.
Sudan
I understand this kind of mudu pa.
I was answer no mo ntokwa bi bezisi no.
Sudan, yeah.
Be so ma announce
Yeah, omo na announce.
MJ command and one am need the Sudan for na announce you. Omo dey ama the press in Sudan and the announcement no. Because say before obeji kotoko adwuma no. Menini din kono so Sudan for kwad of bia emu na war no. Esi wo Sudan no. That time kwa no omo agree on anything because what the scan no more offer no. Next scan no form. Into you say so they are going to meet the government. Normally government nakasa. Yeah. And common maybe. until say 2-3 days ago and omo back bi say is omo move omo national teams nyina de ko Saudi Arabia ehon omo young preparation from under 15 17 19 20 23 senior national team na omo be say nko no mo ni dada na omo to aso no so no mo nko for omo offer
emra
enfamra nti say be si nei offer na mai
okay bafo kubi be to aso na Abrante we ya or say I'm not a lawyer. Yeah, but I'm pursuing an LLB. Or the idea was see perjury is peddling falsehood to the court. Emphasis is to the court. So I call court now. We're trying to throw a court to.
Now, you know, only say Uswe Otu to sign those documents. He doesn't.
Won't argue or perjury. Okay. Go
before you occupy those offices.
Or the BB near Banty, you know. So he's
only
trying to
talk on.
I didn't say.
Yeah, no, I said we need their knowledge. Their input. So no, I will not say. But legend.
I read me kasa sim with ya say.
Orozu don go say be a bit my impersonations also.
Cases are na about Ghana Football Association. You bear discussion. But who wants a dear betching no legend? Nasa issue na no one there to us. Etiana a basse an issue with legal norma. Na be very careful. Senabe amen konkoye prejudicial. Enti what sheket years okreku. Of course, decision at disciplinary committee ebe take. Vetting committee, election committee, it comes back to get okreku because the president of Ghana Football Association. And then I want to believe said Judge every year and then the company na having faith in the second attempt. Say a bit me reinstating back into the election, no legend. Me assure said they know what to do next. But I ask you, when they see your close to chapter no GFE because appeals no why no.
So people are interrogating
exactly
the decision of the appeal.
Exactly.
I think that's what.
Oh, me I'm looking from my point of view. Say, me personally, dear legend. I always want to be careful. I call back me a transfer free. We gather all the necessary documents. Legend, why appeal no mass answer day. Abogu. What next? Dear,
what next is for him?
Exactly.
The journalists or the discussion around.
Yes.
For interrogating.
No, any day
what was?
And they're fine.
And I think you are referring to cases are called GFA and the legal ones.
Exactly.
And I'm saying, so many at the bar mountain there. When it becomes a decision of a court, people then look at what the court
exactly they will look at it. But I said I'm personalizing it. Maybe as a person there. A court never because I am matter of legal issues, you know. I am person me create a big window na me jade mom. Na legal proceedings in there.
So leave them and let's go to what where you want to comment.
Maybe
there you don't you were no here na
me jam person me comment ni legend patch up. An gran person me nam so So baby ejina legend. Say what hwe ni ye pa. Me sure say George Free be call law court na say wadru. Me sure say ho na obekọ.
But has he said that?
Me hanya say the waka and I make say me hwa. Me jiri say because that should be the next step.
Go be our about legal issues.
That should be say no judge. No, that's not judge. No, that doesn't mean you have made a judgment.
So say ebi anonko.
Said that and no judgment with respect to decision on matter.
There be a judgment.
No be.
So I say me hear Greek you be say.
Said there be and then your anticipated action. The next step am gidi so be take. And no nye judgment. Ye wie wakọ ye vete no. And yi ni free mu. And why ya appeal and ya bo appeal na gu. And I make us say the next step am me gidi say the next action will be to me take.
But so that must be based on something. Your expectation must be based on something.
Expectation now he cannot go back to the GFA bodies in the view. because they are down with their ruling on the case.
So the options available to him no does.
Yes.
Ebenezer Onyehwe kra.
Yeah, Onyehwe na mka say the next step.
So you must have grounds grounds are be anticipating the next
grounds nyina na say GFA for no what me exhaust sa legal channels at Ghana Football Association every. He is done exhausting all our process and say you free man the next things are appeal to GFA and we read that process. Until the next step will be me I next will be me ako. Tiana, I always want to leave it in that direction. So legend, you hear the be free man about why because of time factor. Why legend? Mamenye man farmer captain because of time factor.
If you not release the list of people who are going to contest election, I said to myself, say this FA is unperturbed. They don't care about their cause in the public. They are almost freeze But then what quickly came to my mind and say, "Ya no mbu baby, almost say obo abruana na oti aduban kumasem." So to my not major surprise, say people like Dr. Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong have spoken against the actions of the FA. People like Ernest Thompson have spoken against the actions of the FA. Alhaji Gruza. These three people are at least a mumienu die na as omo yeket Okreku supporters because of where he's coming from. Even my own father Alhaji Gruza, not until recently, na me who where he stands. Because I remember me argument on this FA thing, and the stance a different as it stands now. So for all these people to have come out, these are prominent people as far as the football is concerned. I won't come out to say what they are saying. You know, actually saying ka FA no to omo boase. Nanka hwe ne mabi mu yiye. Nanka omo ba out yiye anka beboa. Na mzoto na go fika me dem I want to tell Mr. George Akwasi free say the akano onko court. Aya dia say okko court na o make sure say o be stop your from enema omo ye no. Sometimes me who say so be the this is yabani ahwe because this committee dey buy say lawyer nyo no asad na lawyer no me yi ni din firi mu say nyo no akoso aba bedu lawyer agbiesu jatasu meti ni na misa bizoto ono so di aba ba 40 years aka say enyo no yet o meka ahwe so I think it's the right thing has to be done. Judge Free, I really understand say as a football person, one person exhausted the FA no in our processes in and that's exactly what Kofi was talking about. He's exhausted all those at the end. Now what is left is episode 2, him to move to the law court because assembly can say when it is against your fundamental right, you can go to court. Like Justice SMLs, the cancer same way. I break him face and Olympics to the same way. At the end of say a court writer as a person.
Human rights.
What I say? Human rights come in. And to the air course no say. Oma you say. Omu for obi ahun. Omu ye no omu ye. At the end say no mu pese ket no. Oko say obi an contest no. At the end osro minim. Maybe obi black election there. One nyaka say election. You don't take chances. So whatever being the case, he wants to do it. But say eba no and the right way no offer so dey akọ say obi an contest na can no any problem. But niema e any evidence is pie no e kire say the FA no trimu po no ma bodo mu disabone no mu di no. And when your allies are almost supporting no yes ade no. So they are not seeking the good interest of Ghana football by almost selfish interest. So I think say George Kwesi Free must move straight to the court. My information is that they are doing everything possible to get the right. Now, Ayako says FA no fire in court to some cry anya hwebium. As someone for your court some nya hwebium. Ekwa no mo ye. I think they are doing the right thing, making sure that they will get the right court that will insist on the right energy man bibia to continue and e can the chance no. You better think for. I don't think that the election no so there's this issue.
Also say the elections is on the
also sometimes because on the no I said the BNC no around the 5th of October na be buy ya say Ghana court and Ghana ya justice system say adwuma de ya Mr. I am of a strong believer say that election will not come on unless say the TTB
Kofi belief ni bi na
me see unless that the among for lose interest in Ghana judicial system no
anticipation
me say if your justice system no
me go say question bi o
say cost wa me go to
legend so wa hwa we say issue pop up about GFN and normal cost wa but see to me your discussion I said they are wrong
I say discussion the election was on 27th
imagine say
almost the election for
27th
side discussion and the that discussion can let it come on the 5th or postpone
and as also postpone it
because it's your mom discussion they look at the kids and as analysts, and boy results.
Discussing.
But you discuss and analyze it.
Matthias, we
have interest.
Point and person me see one, and person see point to be said. Even though a bit me delay, but eventually it seems they get.
And eventually, they be in this country there are a lot of examples.
But the conflict cannot.
Be say Ghana a league. Yeah, the junction here discuss here eventually was in league. League has started.
But
say you hear
they ban say
South Congress in the US in the tech no. Congress.
Nobody will
league. Exactly. And the football people for now no person more regulation rules.
Why didn't say anything in a basso? Ebi basso be mass.
I think the justice system no.
Election when 27.
So the justice system
eventually it will come on.
Nasa mass.
Eventually.
Eventually. That was rated for 2017.
It has been delayed.
That has been postponed. Eventually. What shows that on the 5th?
Yahubi recently Yahubi. Many examples meaning. With respect to league, with respect to Congress and
examples,
yes, it has been
the election was slated for 27. The date has been changed.
And my catcher saying the delay answer now.
Delay answer says
delay answer now.
What is delay answer?
And you are convinced
that
time you are convinced Maso.
Said them also. I'm convinced every Ghanaian has a right to seek. That's what they are doing.
And that's the obvious.
But who seek legal action? We use 55.
And
go carry this here because time aso.
Go. You are near.
Yes, I saw you. Abasa for yaba. Because na kind of pemba na mbese obo yi nyum na mama. Me ampofo je nyum. Adwenenku na nyanza nku. Adwenenku
otu ye ngofo ehunnyom no
lotu bibie no Ghana ha no court na Ghana as yekoye election na MPP government NDC government ba ko am file ne nyoma yi na court aba say ya disqualify my elections mu dimi ngobi no court adwenenku na nyansa nko ne bi no ade bi wo ho a sotu emra wo ho state na ye football ne wo mu no sab controversies ne hwan we now we say ya company be ready to do investment in your football so what the mention as no me see NDC bet me akwa file MPP bet me akwa file o documents emra ne say fa we ABCD bra ye hwe emra mu no mo antime provide ABCD you be from what them chairman Mumfa de na ya ma bonte me kan tell me say
abuse committee na say so file tax na mistake kuma and the fraud best na ko
aye but to file
and as a member aye and you follow an storm's argument no say a member na sign individual
yes
so when did it reduce to individual
member
say Abbas na ko sign my house na ni kwa so sign eh house na sign house akase ni pakro no
ona me
sign interesting.
It's on say there seriously say there football next year we to enyomanye o and say ye kan no ya na ye kan na akusi clubs ne so ti na make say a do point bi an ke be sere kura sen kan say bi se kura na ye nya kan because there are people who support this which is funny. On say we to ujina ha otu nan wati atoga atem no bia sa be gina ho unim se ni pega yo uto mu enu enu an ni pe se kotom uzo de koso na ye ne be ye gina ha pen yo amanfo ntie ni ye de wo ne ye gina ha pen odote ne lamstrong kwesi na ntachi
ne base amanfo ne dom ko tamale ne ko endoso kwasi na ntachi use kwasi nampa mukoyeye omne football yo mudia omu di central for atem sada na ye no mu bi ye zoto ye sa anwoma no ya nkasa afede se na obi ta akire yes enwoma na mzoto enwoma na ekoso no enye o na anas whether say you say enye mzoto a whole president of Ghana football ye tamale ni ko Dubai ekodre ne se ye dre toy because no be can asema na manfo aba to defend it ehwa na ya say during amremu ni yakoto no but nobody is advising the FA president se masa jai na wan hwe ya e de asembeba so tere me chena say enti we should be very careful with the way nyomesi ekono na bema boda emwa Ghana football ye to aso na yentimi yenya na say time niti
because Abbas beba
me de say maka say to when you reach our stage we are these are stages I always advise the government say won't show interest. This will never happen under the late President Rawlings. No way. This will never happen under the late Rawlings. NC. The leadership of this country should show interest in our football because one of the avenues is creating a lot of jobs. Emma, the youth, football. Etinei mizoto. Yekeka kwa na bibi bebom say pine na ye football ni jina. There are thousands of people almost source of income football. Clubs in yes can players ka, clubs in yes can play coaches ka. Unemployment and eba no. Eti o ya ban bia na wote ho because aban na so da form. Na wote ti sa anyoma we ya. You call the parties involved. Eti ebesi ne sports minister Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo Monty the ekoso football mu no just call them your FA president they na wa bonten do so they na ekoso FA president need the side of the story about the other opposition if they are strong na asa afre omo so they asem na ekoso then almost the omo dey aba leadership wahwe no resolve na football move. But it looks like the current government is silent.
Nobody cares.
And your football Mizoto SNK. How? Because we have done a lot of investment. Say your league ni one why you born here for about 2 years now do you interested? Say bibi can tell say we are in time sir. Enchi Ekoboko d'Ivoire 2024. Yako Cameroon. Yebe fie, yako World Cup, yebe fie. Check sika ban di room e dey faso ni nyae
yo Abbas mrebi channel di aka Abbas
do we
kwa
se woni nyina mani nyina kire
o munya mane Abbas tu be na issue
asemo sa ba kire
o wwo me ka asem na kire
asemo sa ba kire
me recommend Kel 360 na ma e afa twitwo se Kel 360 Abbas koto Kel 360 FDA for approve bibia edi ne Kel 360 Samara for na de buy Abbas and na for onga is you
onga
never yen kwan ma akola no yumbita na fe top vital rich milk vital rich milk carbel ne promise
so amaro mafam nu
Abbas yen kwa
ti de kan say ye be say house of focus supporters say enya abotre na so me da bia ya na ye castry sense ya manfo nti ase Ghana on say po bi man to go afede o develop wo kama but you see ya no park ye born Ghana ha bia ni was straight room but you see ye match ye bo nyina so ye born po bi ma straight
na so po ma grass o
nso me show say straight no mbo no
we ye sure na wo
me sure
on bo bi wa no ma bo bi wa
eti say ubo no ho sa on ana uwi a ba pass training na we ade na wo training nyeso na wo kobo se wo si training brofo se wo su etutu a uwi a wo koto na bonten na onya bonten na kotutu no etiaso tev no se no so no bo no de a ene omunya ye kra no maka say omumfiri ho no mko Accra Sports Stadium omumfiri ho no mko Accra Sports Stadium e ho ne bebo ayen ama nneɛma tumi akɔ so yie ama yɛn nti yɛsrɛ mpanimfoɔ no sɛ ɛduru baabi a yɛn nso yɛkasa a ɔmo ntie bi ma yɛn sɛdeɛ ɛbrɛ si kɔ wɔ fie ha yi saa na house of folk nso mmerɛ kɔ nti yɛsrɛ house of folk supporters sɛ yɛnhwɛ